Hello, it's Echo. Today I want to talk to you about some things that are currently occupying my brain that I think are really cool and awful. Also, this video is 100% getting demonetized, so thanks to Adam and Eve for sponsoring it. Penis Man. This is a thing that was popping up on my Twitter feed a couple weeks ago before I finally deleted Twitter. Deleting Twitter, 10 out of 10. Would recommend to do again. I feel completely out of the loop. I'm getting a little bit of FOMO, but I can swallow that down because I'm finally free. So for the majority of you who have never even heard of Penis Man, I just want to take a second and tell you about this amazing Arizona legend. But before I dive into all that nonsense, let's talk about the Phoenix metropolitan area. Phoenix is the capital city of Arizona, a lovely state that is landlocked. I don't know. It's a pretty good state. Like most very large cities in the US, Phoenix is actually a metropolitan area, meaning that it is a bunch of littler cities mushed together to make one giant city. It's like a Transformer. Go Power Rangers. It's kind of like Voltron, but instead of a giant robot, we're forming the 5th largest city in the US with a population of 1.6 million people. It's a lot of people. I recommend living in Phoenix at least once in your life, but in the winter, not the summer. Don't come here in the summer. It's a death trap in the summer. The high for today is 72 degrees. It's January. There are a lot of reasons that I really love living in the Phoenix metropolitan area, but one of the biggest ones is probably that it is a very cheap city. As far as cities go, this is a very affordable one. I've lived in various parts of Phoenix for over 10 years. In the very center of the metropolitan area, we have the actual city of Phoenix. I have lived in the city of Phoenix. It was every level of gentrification right next to each other. When I was living in the city, I was in a broken down, low-income apartment and working 2 streets north in an incredibly bougie area. Not my favorite city, if I'm honest. Northeast of that, we have Scottsdale. If you're part of a higher socioeconomic class and probably work on salary, you either work and or live in Scottsdale. Think upper class corporate white lady.
I know, when in Scottsdale.
If you make a reasonable salary, you probably work in Scottsdale. The streets are clean. Definitely not my socioeconomic class. South of that we have Tempe, which is the college town because ASU is there. Arizona State University, of which I am an alumni. If you live here and you are between the ages of 18 and 27-ish, you probably live in Tempe. I'll throw a dart at that. East of that we have Mesa, which is like the retirement city of the metropolitan area. Because Phoenix is so wonderful in the winter, we get a lot of snowbirds and retirees, and a fair bit of them live in Mesa. South of Tempe and Mesa, we have Chandler. Chandler is where all of the baby nuclear families go to nest and make their 2.5 children. No matter where you are 5 minutes away from a Whole Foods or Sprouts. Panera Bread everywhere. East of that, we have the city of Gilbert, which is a carbon copy of Chandler, but slightly less convenient. 3-bed, 2 baths? Everywhere. And then out in the middle of nowhere from that, we have Queen Creek and Santan Valley, which are just suburbs. It's just suburbs pretending to be a city. And in 200 years or so, it probably will be, if the world isn't completely on fire. South of Phoenix, we have South Mountain Village and Ahwatukee, which is just suburbia with a mountain filling. You know the mountain with the giant grid of red lights? If you live here, you do. And then west of Phoenix, we have Glendale, which is just a giant gas station. Further west of that, we have Peoria, which doesn't exist. Peoria is that place where you know you have like a friend of a friend who lives there, but you've never actually met them. If someone tells you that they are from Peoria, they are probably some kind of mythical creature trying to steal your golden jewelry. On the far northwest side of Phoenix, we have Surprise! I have never been to Surprise in my life. The only reason I know Surprise exists is because the name is kind of funny and they talk about it on the local news a lot. And then on the far southwest, we have Goodyear. I think there's a Lowe's there. I don't know the west side of the city very well. I don't go there. But now that you've been roughly acquainted with my homeland, we can begin the story of Penis Man. So recently, in the area surrounding Tempe, there has been over 40 instances of vandalism by the anti-hero known as Penis Man. Who is Penis Man? Because this is a story that gained the attention of the internet, there is no way that it is all one person. Really, any of us could be Penis Man. I recognize the problems with vandalism because you do have to like pay for it with taxes and all that shit and it has to be cleaned up, but still. I just want to enjoy it for a sec because it's kind of funny. Unfortunately, it has gotten real serious real quick. At the time I'm filming this, as of like yesterday, the police have arrested a suspect who they believe to be Penis Man. 15 heavily armed SWAT officers arrest graffiti artist for tagging Penis Man. What the what do you think he's gonna do? Spray paint at you? There is no need for a SWAT team to go after a graffiti artist. I mean, I don't want to make this video about the militarization of our police force, but I don't think you need a gun to stop someone with a spray paint can. I feel like this is one of those things where the police are overreacting because they don't want this to be a thing. It kind of sucks because this is just how internet stories go sometimes. It went from like a funny moment to something real sad and real serious. So I want to take it back up to a hopeful note and just kind of plug this guy's GoFundMe. I'm broke and have lost my job. I need help with legal fees to defend myself against Tempe PD. I've got bad PTSD and I had an AR-15 in my face 2 days ago. That shit was real scary. I don't know. I guess I kind of want to like help Penis Man out. He gave the internet a good story. He put the city on the map for a little bit. Thank you, Penis Man. Given the subject matter of this video, it is definitely going to get demonetized. So now I would like to say a big thank you to adamandeve.com for sponsoring it. A sex toy company is sponsoring this content. You can get your own Penis Man action figure. That's a joke, that's not real. Did you know that 20% of their profits go to fighting the spread of HIV around the world? Because I didn't before reading this email. If you use code ECHO at adamandeve.com, you can get 50% off one item plus free shipping to the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply. Adam and Eve is a very good company. Like, they're always a pleasure to work with. Unintended pun. And they do good work. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on this story. I have no idea what's gonna happen at this point, now that the Tempe Police Department has unmasked Penis Man. Let's all hope this story has a happy ending. I'm gonna give you 690 awesome points for making it all the way to the end of this video. I hope that you have a lovely day and that I will see you later. Goodbye. I really hope that Penis Man is not a milkshake duck. That would break my heart.